And this becomes very apparent in the first 5 seconds when you go to create a character.
Yes, sir.
And they have a very questionable, like, character model here. I mean, what's this about? Care to elaborate?
Okay, we can explain. All right, we're gonna watch this. It says, what does your MMO say about you? Buckle up, boys. Buckle up, boys. This shit's about to go hard. All right. Oh boy. What does your MMO say about you? It's Sawman. Yeah, here we go, boys. I guarantee you, if he doesn't say we're the thirstiest audience in the MMO genre, he crazy.
What does your MMO say about you? Over the past year, I've been playing a variety of different MMOs, and what I've learned is that the community for each one is very varied. However, certain people seem to be attracted to certain MMOs, and today I'm going to be revealing what your main MMO says about you as a person. And if you think this is going to be some cozy, comfy video, then clearly you've never seen my content
He's about to go in.
You have been warned. Let's begin.
Yeah, people said that I absolutely needed to watch this, and I just saw the thumbnail, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is a W video. This is just a slam dunk video. Let me show you guys the thumbnail. There's no bias going on here. Stop playing RuneScape. How did RuneScape make the thumbnail? It is 2024. Stop.
First up, we have the New World mains. 99% of these players are people who are burnt out on other MMOs and hoped they would find something different with New World.
True.
They were wrong. They were quick to discover
base. They were wrong. That is true.
That New World does have pretty much the same problems as every other MMO. This has now left them with the following dilemma. They could either admit that it's not as good as they thought it was and go back to their old MMO, or
okay, that was a good edit. Look at it. The Cersei Lannister. Shame.
Could either admit
shame as you walk back to your original game.
That is
shame.
Not as good as they thought it was and go back to their old MMO, or they just persevere because, you know what? It has potential.
It
The
does.
one thing that can be said about these players, and it is their main strength, is that they are very resilient. They are very hopeful that new...
I would say that you can say the same thing about most of the MMO genre. We're all hopeful every time a new MMO comes out that this is going to be the one. This is the one. And then it's dog shit and we go back to our games that we've been playing since 2006.
New World will turn it around in the future. And if you bring up the combat being slow and sluggish, they'll tell you it's exactly like Dark Souls, and no one complains about the combat in that game, do they? And who cares if they haven't added a new OPR map since launch?
Me on my daily OPR. I mean, all right, I'll move the chat up too, because I don't want to block any text that he puts on the screen. Oh.
Complain about playing Blood Gulch on Halo.
Ashes will save us, boys. Have you seen the combat in Ash? It's gonna be good. I need this. 2029.
Who would you? No, you'd play that map to your eyes bleed, and it's no difference with the OPR. I love OPR. Get off my back. I'm not in denial. You're in denial.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, and hey, worst case scenario, Amazon come in and
I will say the New World cinematics way better than BDO. Just saying, BDO just farms L's in cinematics. Our cinematics suck.
It to a Lord of the Rings MMO. I mean, that wouldn't happen, would it?
Oh boy.
Next up on the list, we have the most chill players going, and that is of course the Guild Wars 2 mains. Now, to make this very clear, when I say mains, I mean people who only play Guild Wars 2. It has a very touristy player base, where players from other MMOs will drop by just to chill out and not get so uptight about their own MMO.
I think that a lot of MMO players do that. We all shop around from time to time, and then we go back to our main game.
Playing a more relaxing game.
Why you boring me? I'm right.
These wishy-washy riffraff should not be confused with actual Guild Wars 2 mains. These people...
God, dude. He knows who he's talking to, dude. He absolutely knows who he's talking to. Because he knows he'll get flamed in the comments. What's it? actually. Those aren't real Guild Wars 2 players.
Are scum compared to them, and you know full well when they go back to their original MMO, they're going to be hooligans again and just be really uptight.
Oh, for God's sake, I hate this shit! Play a real class! Oh, I hate this game. I hate this game. I can't play today, guys. I'm not feeling it.
I'm getting more and more into Guild Wars 2 at the moment. Started looking at the end game farming, and it's all just so much more well built than ESO. Everything about it. Oh boy.
I'm not feeling it.
But anyway, let's talk about the actual Guild Wars 2 mains. Now, I know age is just a number, but I'm pretty certain that no one under 30 plays Guild Wars 2 as a main.
That can't be true, right? I don't play Guild Wars 2, so it's true for me. So
confident these are people who work 9 to 5, have a wife and kids, and they just want to chill out in the evening. So they put on Guild Wars 2, go around and collect hearts and beat world bosses with their friends.
Most of those players are playing like Genshin Impact.
And even when you say the worst thing possible about them,
it's a different generation than it went when we were growing up. Watching like Gorehall saw someone's head off. You know what I mean? Like the weapon just like holding up like some head. We're like, yeah, let's go. Nowadays, it's a different generation.
their game, they don't really get offended by it. If anything, they just accept it, say, okay, I see your point of view, but I disagree, and I understand this is the internet, so I'm not going to get upset by anything so trivial. Even in the comments section on this video, you will see no one yelling at me about my views on Guild Wars 2. They're just very nice people.
Good save, buddy. Saved it. Wait till he gets the BDO. We're gonna light him up like a Christmas tree. The last time he reacted to it, or like he made a BDO video, the entire community reacted to it and just absolutely gunned him down. I was the only one that was like, I mean, it was a fair react. It's a fair video, but like he got some stuff wrong, but it is what it is.
When it comes to the Elder Scrolls Online, there's quite a few different types of mains. You have your people who thought this was going
Dots Gaming was an ESO player for a long time, and then he came to BDO.
But online, and were bitterly disappointed, but somehow got roped into playing still, and probably hate themselves a bit, and might be slightly jaded. I know, I was once this person. And then you have your...
I'm gonna be 100% honest. ESO just looks like a worse version of basically every other MMO. I don't know if there's a singular one reason that I should play ESO over any other MMO on the market. That's just kind of how I see it. I think Guild Wars 2 has like some advantages to it. Like I hear that the world versus world is really good, and then mounts are really good, right? But like ESO, I don't really hear any good things about ESO that like I don't hear about other games.
Or cheapskate console players who have Elder Scrolls Online through Game Pass or a free weekend, and they think this is the best MMO ever because they're on console and there's like 2 others to choose from.
The other one is BDO though, which I assure you is still better.
Well, unfortunately,
I think
the other 2 MMOs actually have a price tag. And then
you say it's $5. Get out of here.
Well, unfortunately, the other
it's the watered down version, but it's come on.
2 MMOs actually.
I'd rather play Skyrim Oblivion. We all would
have a price tag.
I'd rather just play Skyrim.
And then lastly, you have your OAPs who are just kind of lost. They sort of wandered into the game and now they find themselves money in the cash shop just so they could look nice and be like, hey, look at me, I'm a gamer now, look at my clothes.
Okay, the mount looks cool.
Endgame, and
it takes the W on the... Okay, character creation maybe not as much. That character looks basic, but like the mounts look cool, and all we have in Black Desert are horses. So
it's housing, and I know that because I pay for all of that. Despite every other MMO main mocking the Elder Scrolls Online, usually for its combat or just the fact that it's not that popular, the Elder...
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't have anything against ESO. I just... No one has, like, come into my chat and be like, God, I hope he plays ESO. Like, no, it doesn't happen, man. Like, every single other MMO, people constantly encourage me to try it and play it. But ESO, man, they're always like, dude, you play BDO, it's like the best combat. You're gonna go from BDO's combat to ESO, you're gonna hate it, man. Just don't even bother.
The Scrolls main will be persistent in saying it is the #1 MMO and it has the best combat ever, and hey,
I hope you play ESO. Ain't no way. is no way that you're gonna send me this shit right here. Okay? Do you see this? Do you see? I can scroll endlessly in our DMs. Please play Lost Ark, Blue. Please play Lost Ark. Please, shut up. Get out of here.
Guys, did you know Cypher PK used to play our MMO?
I actually might play Lost Ark. That game we might actually play.
Seven, I'm not grinding.
The echidnas thing, yeah, that is not the reason we're gonna play it. It's not the only reason we're gonna play it.
For the sponsor, I'm grinding because I want to get back into PvP.
Be warned though, do not call the Elder Scrolls a dead game just because they have to pay for people to actually play their game.
It's definitely not dead. All kinds of games pay people to play their game. That's how you get people introduced to the game. It's not a dead game at all.
Doesn't mean it's dead, okay? It's called targeted marketing. Did you not see our game? It was sponsored by Doritos and Fortnite.
Like Naraka is doing really well now. They sponsor me to play their game. BDO sponsors people to play the game.
Fortnite. How popular
That may have been a bad example, but
are we?
Fortnite has collabed with Skyrim? Well, Elder Scrolls Online, but, you know, same series.
They get kind of annoyed when you even suggest that the game could be slightly less popular than it once was.
every MMO player base is going to get upset if you say their game's dead. It just implies that the world is not as like vast or open or involved or as lively as it once was.
But yeah, generally speaking, not a bad bunch, just a bit institutionalized and probably need to go outside a little bit more.
Oh god, bro.
Now, the Albion Online mains are probably the youngest in today's video. A lot of Albion Online...
That's true. Of the ones so far, is my MMO dead? Oh, we haven't gotten a Lost Ark yet, honey. Let's do it.
Mains start their origin story borrowing their mum's
It's true. It's got like that Fortnite-esque look.
iPad or their dad's iPhone and downloading this simple MMO.
What I like about Albion is you can play it on like 11 different platforms, man. You just play it wherever you are.
It's probably likely that they also got banned from playing this game as a child because they spent too much on their parents' credit cards. But hey, that was a long time ago, okay? They're in their 20s now. They are independent. They are independently still living at home.
Holy shit. My room this morning, dude, or yesterday morning, I woke up, my room was like, it wasn't that bad, but it was pretty bad. It's clean now. I cleaned it. But like,
and they can definitely go outside whenever they want. It's just that they can't find a long enough charger cable to go outside. I feel like they probably watch TikToks about Albion Online, but it'll be like Andrew Tate talking while there's like...
I love how he's got a TikTok of Andrew Tate in Albion Online. That's crazy, bro. He's not wrong, though. It's a young generation that plays Albion. Absolutely. And they are all, if it takes longer than 90 seconds to explain it to them with a YouTube guide, you've lost them. I know that. I was a high school teacher.
Like an Albion clip at the bottom. I don't know why I get that impression.
Breathe air.
But despite their potential ADHD diagnosis from watching too many TikToks, they are probably some of the most super focused PvP fans.
You don't have ADHD because you watch too many TikToks. On the contrary, the fact that you're focused on the TikToks for long periods of time implies that you don't have ADHD.
Here. Sure, you can make a little farm in Albion Online, but I promise you, a lot of these fans will be hardcore into PvP. Or hardcore into Zerging. Either way, they're here to take your stuff. So don't treat these guys lightly. Because if they ever do go outside, they might get Albion Online mixed up with the real world and shank you at a bus stop for everything that you have.
Bro, I've been ganked in the open world before too, man. It doesn't feel good. It does not feel good when people try to beat the shit out of you. Oh boy.
Let's just be honest with one another now. When it comes to World of Warcraft mains, they are the vegans of the MMO world. They do not shut up about the game. Yes, I understand it released back.
Based and true. Based and true. Absolutely, bro.
Back in 2004.
Holy
Isn't it great how the graphics haven't aged because it's stylistic and all that crap?
Shut up! Oh my god, I don't care!
Oh, we have flying dragons. Well, guess what? Guild Wars 2 did it first and you copied them. They do the same thing as the Elder Scrolls Online where they have this really...
Their cinematics are so goated, though. Look at... Even in this small clip.
First and you copied them. They do the same thing.
Look at these Blizzard cinematics are so goated. If we got any cinematic like this for BDO, my dick would be so hard that the table wouldn't even need all 4 legs to stand on it.
As the Elder Scrolls Online, where they have this really cool cinematic and it looks great, and the combat's like super fluid, and then when you go play the game, it's tap targeting. Like, how's what?
All right, that's true. All right, that's true.
What's going on? What is this? Years of being told you're the #1 MMO has clearly.
That's ironically, when you ask the developers at BDO why like they can't make like a cinematic like Blizzard, they're like, oh, we can totally do it. We just don't want to lie to players about the graphics in our visuals in our game. We want them to feel the same immersion in the cinematic. I'm like, I don't know about you guys. Throw it out the window. In the cinematic, screw all the graphics in the game. Screw all that stuff. I want it as realistic and cool looking as possible. I want to feel like I am in the moment. League of Legends nails this shit. Like, Blizzard nails this shit. I don't care about it looking like the game, dude. I want, like, the realistic... I want to see the pores on my Dark Knight skin so I can research.
Gone to their head, because even when the developers do questionable things, it's still not
like there's a reason like half the people that choose the Horde in World of Warcraft are like, Sylvanas, my queen. Okay, it's because in the cinematic she's kind of a queen.
Enough to make you go out and venture into other MMOs. And don't get me wrong, some of my best friends are WoW players. It's not like I hate them completely. It's just that you have to realize too.
Yeah, I mean, some of my best friends are vegans. You just wish they'd shut up about it.
Every other MMO main, you're annoying.
Stop playing this game! Why are we still talking about old school RuneScape in 2024? Stop! Oh my god!
The old school RuneScape mains are basically the meth heads of the MMO
I
sphere.
know!
While other people were playing their PlayStation 2s or World of Warcraft, old school RuneScape mains were getting addicted to a web browser MMO during school. Well, that's what I assume, because I find it hard to believe that.
He's so like, dude, look at these graphics. Why I like the grind in old school RuneScape. BDO exists! Like, play a different game! I don't understand. The RuneScape developers are up so huge. I don't understand it. That's my... You can play this on like a TI-85 calculator. Like, I'm pretty sure there were kids playing RuneScape on their calculators in the middle of their last math exam.
That they went home, loaded up their PC, and played this when there's so much other stuff out there at the time.
Thank you.
This addiction then carried on into their adult life, potentially whilst working a boring office job. I get it, we've all been there. And
Yep,
then they found
true.
themselves unironically playing it at home. To give you some more perspective, they're the equivalent of kids today playing Roblox and then reaching 30 and still playing Roblox.
Oh god, it's so true though. Am I gonna be playing BDO when I'm oh god, I'm 31. Yeah, but my game has way better graphics than this. Yeah, my game, it looks way better. It's different. It's different. I want to just try to wreck. Then my grandma fell down this.
Still playing Roblox. To the rest of the MMO sphere, they're a very strange bunch.
RuneScape.
Stop playing RuneScape. No way. No way. No shot. No way. Yo, I've made it. Yo, I've made it. Yo, holy shit. Based and true. Wait, what? Stop doing it. Jesus Christ. Go play another game. Look at... Thank you. At that game. Go play. You have a 4090 in your fucking computer. Stop playing this game. Literally, though. literally, like, I actually, like, why? Your graphics card is bigger than your motherboard.
But within the actual RuneScape community,
Actually based. Holy shit. I love that he put... I'm farming. I'm gaming right now.
they get along with each other. It's very wholesome, and you know, it's hard to get angry over graphics. I mean, it does happen. We've seen
I can get angry.
it.
Fix your game! You toxic company! You!
But
I say that about Perlibus regularly.
generally speaking, they seem to be pretty chilled with one another. But yes, if you're a RuneScape main, you probably have an alcohol or gambling addiction. When you think
Weebs, RPers.
Final Fantasy 14 main, there's usually a couple of words that come to mind, such as weeb, cat girls, anime,
Hey, I nailed it. I'm on it today.
profile pic, you know, all the usual stuff. But they are loyal and fierce when it comes to talking about Final Fantasy 14. If you say
Dude, bro, I have limited experience with FF14. I actually really enjoyed it for like the small amount of time that I did play it. Seems like a lot of fun. And it's very important that, like, I walked into the tavern and there's like 100 people just standing around the tavern, and the conversations going on are absolutely wild. People are inviting people into like private rooms and like dungeons and stuff, at like not the PG like rated dungeons. Like, it gets kind of wild. And to be real, you want real talk? I think that the RP that goes on in Final Fantasy, the non-cringe stuff, is super cool. I think that is super cool. It's the reason I like Pathfinder. It's the reason why I like Dungeons and Dragons. I like getting immersed in my character. Right? I like that sense of RP and like fantasy is something that I try to grasp onto in every MMO that I try to go play. Not the cringe, we're gonna go into a sex dungeon shit, but like the cool stuff.
anything negative about their game, they will be straight in there in the comment section hating on you and potentially disliking your video. It
Oh
happens.
my god, that dislike ratio was crazy. What the Oh man.
In the comment section hating on you and potentially disliking your video. It happens. I've seen it. You have to remember as well, this is a theme park MMO, which means when it comes to degeneracy, it spreads far and wide because they can go to each corner and have their little dark
Boys, we haven't even gotten a BDO yet.
corners where they can do their dark things like discos and whatever this is. But generally speaking, they're quite
Yeah, I don't know about that. That looks kind of weird. But like, you know, like the normal RP stuff that I saw going on in the tavern and stuff that like wasn't like sussy was really cool. Like, I like that people were like in character and like walking around. That's cool for like, you know, a couple hours a month.
peaceful as long as you don't like startle them and you say nice things about their game. So with that in mind, ooh woo.
He even put like the long bang like anime boy like hair on his head, dude. Like,
I think that should be all right.
yeah, it's whoa, I'm pretty sure. Oh god.
Now you're
Oh dude, these are the hopiums.
probably wondering, how can
Coming in 2029, boys, from Intrepid
you
Studios.
be a Ashes of Creation main when the game quite literally doesn't exist?
You sure about that?
I'm positive.
Well, you might notice recently there's been a lot of channels popping up which are dedicated to Ashes of Creation, and you never see them talk about any other games. It's very strange. But these guys
I think Ashes has potential to be an amazing game. I think the combat system looks like dog shit when you compare it to like the other top end games in the genre.
are basically new age hipsters.
I also think that the animations and effects on the abilities are crap. Everything else about the game, the systems, the graphics, how players interact with each other, how the NPCs interact with you, all looks incredible. The seasons changing, all that stuff looks awesome. I think my biggest gripe is the most concerning, which is like the combat and the skill effects.
I'd almost call it a cult because of like the way they're going about this game. You'd think it was the second coming of Christ.
It's true. It is so true. If you say Ashes, I think my most disliked video on my channel is like in the thumbnail, I put like Ashes of Creation is DOA or some crap. You know, and obviously it was like, I was joking, but like, bro, the dislike ratio on that video was crazy. Like, people, it was insane. And the reason we treat this like the second coming of Christ is because we do this for every MMO. Every single MMO that is coming out or soon to come out, we do this for every single one of them. It is the second coming. This is the game. Boys, this is the game that's going to fix them all, to rule them all. We're going to love this game. It's going to be incredible. And since Ashes is perpetually in development, it is perpetually in the second coming of Christ phase. It's not until it releases that it becomes a complete dumpster fire.
All I'm saying is, if they try to invite you around their house and there's Kool-Aid, do not drink it. But I mean, they really shouldn't be a thing.
I like drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm a big fan of drinking the copium and the hopium Kool-Aid. Big fan.
They just shouldn't even exist.
I'm such a big fan, they named it Blue-Aid.
But the problem is, the closer we get to Alpha 2, the more of these mains we'll start to see. Right now, they're in their preacher stage, so no real threat. They seem quite harmless, talking about their funny game, which doesn't exist, and...
I see this all the time, bro. A dying genre. I don't think so.
You know, how we should...
I don't think so at all.
All be warned about how it's going to be the next best thing. But yeah, they seem like...
I think there's always gamers that are getting older that like that kind of fantasy stuff. I think the MMO genre is doing well.
Okay.
I just think that we can't get a game.
Just a bit eccentric.
It's begun, sir. Operation Hopium is underway.
You are coping.
Stop hyping it up.
I like it.
Something is too good to be true. It usually is.
Say that again. I dare you.
Wonderland's just resubscribed for 4 months.
It is such an absolute frickin' travesty when they get rushed out the door.
Well, we don't feel like Ashes of Creation is being rushed out the door. Okay, let's like we dispelled that like 2 years ago. And our feature presentation, boys. We're the thirstiest.
And next up, we have the Black Desert Online.
There's no way he doesn't mention the fact that the last time he made a BDO video, the entire community dogpiled on him like ridiculously hard. Like, he got absolutely dunked on by, like, every creator in our category. I reacted to it. I gave it, like, the fairest shake. I was like, yeah, he's not necessarily wrong. But, like, yeah, he didn't play the game a whole lot, bro.
Main. And you have to really, like, dig deep to find what their game says about them. And this becomes very apparent in the first 5 seconds when you go to create a character.
Yes, sir.
And they have a very questionable, like, character model here. I mean, what's this about? Care to elaborate?
Okay, we can explain. She's 2,000 years old. I can't.
Great people.
Abort! Abort!
But there's
abort!
like 17 female classes.
And there's the Kuno. I just want to point out, there's the Kuno again. Y'all said she wasn't thick enough.
And like 3 male classes. So it's really trying to make...
There's like 70 female classes and like 3 male classes. It's true. I told you, we're thirsty.
Make sure that everyone here, yo, guys, we're totally heterosexual. Let's choose a female character with big tits. That's us, man. We're so...
Look, that is not the only reason that I play BDO. It's 2 of the reasons. 2 very big, approximately equal-sized reasons that I could put my hands on. You know what I mean?
Such a BDO
like, I couldn't put my finger on it, but the whole hand might... Okay.
Hey, that we love big-titted anime girls, yeah.
Who doesn't? All right, in fairness.
Story, it's all about that grind. I'm on that Sigma grind. Look at me, I like to grind. Ooh, I'm so good at grinding.
We are.
I might be letting some personal feelings get in the way of my
I told you.
interpretation of the BDO main. But I stand by what I say.
True. I told you there's no way he doesn't actually hint at it, bro.
I think when it comes to MMO mains, these are the most depressed mains.
This is so true. I played Slow Tour when it came out a bunch. Couldn't keep with it, man. I'm a big Star Wars fan. I'm not that big of a Star Wars fan, bro. I don't hate myself this much.
Because essentially they had the best MMO out there in the form of Star Wars Galaxies, and then it shut down and they got given this instead. Like, oh, this is so much better, guys. I promise you, you won't notice the difference. But everyone does. But simply because it's Star Wars, they'll carry on playing it anyway.
Exactly. That's the only reason. This is the only like MMO Star Wars like thing that we can get. Like, if you're trying to look for that fit, this is all you have. This is all you've got. So you got to make the most of it.
And I'm pretty sure.
And I just didn't want it that badly.
I'm not alone in thinking this, but I do wonder what will die first: the Star Wars servers or the aging player base. You have to.
Probably the player base.
Remember, a lot of these players come from the Star Wars Galaxy years. This isn't ageism, okay? This is mathematically correct. And I honestly and wholeheartedly hope that they do bring out a new MMO Star Wars soon.
Yeah, I completely agree. Like, if they updated it, I would totally go play it. Are you kidding me?
I just don't think it's going to happen in their lifetime. My lifetime, sure, but not theirs. If you are a Lord of the Rings online main, then congratulations. You are literally one of 300 people. You may
I was just gonna do this, you know what I mean? Like, I was just gonna... You wake up with that on your head.
Made it. You've done it. I joke. There's probably a few more, like 500. But these people, they're super chilled. They don't have any drama in their community.
They don't care, bro.
They just like to read up about Lord of the Rings and just roleplay a bit. They want to be a little...
Just like SWOTOR, it's just the people that love Lord of the Rings enough that they want to play in the universe. You know what I mean?
Going to Mordor. It's the most sincere roleplay you can possibly do in an MMO.
Exactly, bro. That's all it is. The game is not actually good. They just want to be in the Lord of the Rings universe.
That's it. Degenerates. But there's not much else to say other than congrats on making the list. Unlike those Star Trek losers.
Ooh.
And then finally we have the Nomads. This isn't a new MMO. This is simply the people who don't have a home. They wander from MMO to MMO.
Oh, okay, I see now.
Hoping to find a game they can finally stick out. These people will even look at...
In a sincere, like, philosophical way, we are all nomads. Searching for the next MMO that we can call home. But we always climb back to our home MMOs. Whether you're Black Desert fan or the World of Warcraft in your roots, you know, or SWOTOR or whatever, old school RuneScape can off. Like, you always branch out. You'll try other MMOs in the hopes that, like, this is the one. You'll shop around. Just doesn't give you that same feeling, so you go back to the game that you're used to.
Quinfall and go, well, it has potential, even if it...
Quinfall isn't a real...
is a scam.
It is a scam. Did Quinfall even come out, man?
Looking at this,
it's a total scam.
Steam library than actually playing a game.
What about BDO? It's exactly the same. BDO has its dedicated player base, but every time another MMO comes out, everyone goes to play it, and then we all realize how much it sucks. Like the Bless Online release was a total disaster, right? And then we all end up coming back to BDO. New World was the same thing. Lost Ark was exactly the same as well.
Have no identity. They flip-flop from MMO to MMO, only playing them when new DLC drops. If anything, these are Ashes of Creation mains in waiting. They are waiting for something new, and it's likely it'll be this game. All PAX Day, all Throne Liberty, all Quinn.
Hey, I remember when Bless came out and everyone thought it was going to be incredible, and then on Reddit somebody literally posted the meme of it's just like, it's Rey. Look, I'm not a fan of like the new Star Wars movies, but this meme is solid. It's Rey running towards like the ship or whatever, and the TIE fighters above him blown away. It's like, what about that ship? No, that one's garbage. And they look over and it's Black Desert. You know, it's like the Millennium Falcon going by, and then they run towards Bless, and it just, the Bless launch comes down and it just explodes in like a million pieces. The garbage will do. And then everybody went back and played BDO. It was the best meme I've ever seen on our Reddit.
Cool. All Blue Protocol. You get the gist. It's just the line up to go to the next game, basically. If anything, they are in MMO purgatory. But not only that, they're the most judgmental pricks going, judging every other MMO player. They're sick of playing that old shit. They want to play something new.
Yeah.
They don't need friends. They'll make new friends in the next MMO that comes.
Friends?
comes out. Hang on. Am I a nomad?
Yeah, when you realize you can make a 15-minute video about MMO mains and you don't even main an MMO.
And on that bombshell, I'll end the video there. Let me know in the comments below how accurate it was, or whether you think I was just talking nonsense.
I thought it was
and as
bang
always,
on.
if you want to see more content from myself, feel free to subscribe, and please...
I love him. I like Sawman. He gives me the honest take I need, bro. Here's the video right here, boys. I love it.